Hello, how are you? I welcome you to your community, Purple Feather Tarot. I truly hope that you are doing very well at this moment, and I also hope that in this tarot reading, you find those answers from the universe that you are looking for. Today, we are going to go directly into your reading, so let's begin to connect with all your tarot cards. You begin your reading with the Six of Wands card, and what the universe is telling you is that a great victory is coming into your life. I feel that you are a very brave person. Very soon, you are going to step out of your comfort zone. You are going to silence many mouths, especially the mouths of those people who never believed in you. I sense a great deal of humility from you. I feel that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. And look, this card always speaks of a celebration that you will have with those people you trust or with your family. A new chapter is coming where other people will help you achieve absolutely everything you want. Your reading tells me that Leo is going to be very important in your life, or it could also be someone from Virgo, or possibly a person with light-colored hair. So now, let's clarify what this great victory, this great success, is really about. But I feel that, regardless of what you might think at this moment, this success or this victory is 100% inevitable. If you want to manifest it, write it in the comments, this success or this victory, whichever feels better to you, it is 100% inevitable. You also have the Moon card. Look, the moon can mean several things. First of all, you are about to take the first step toward a great victory, but there is a fear that might hold you back. In this case, I feel that the fear might come from your past, because something hurt you. I don't necessarily feel that this is related to your special person, but maybe you simply started a project, and that project failed. That hurt you, and now you have some sort of hesitation, like you don't want to start again, because it might bring a bit of pain or a bit of fear. However, the Moon card speaks of this being a moment of inspiration, a moment of sensitivity, a moment of creativity. So please trust your ideas, because not only are you someone very intelligent, capable of manifesting absolutely anything you want through your intelligence, but I also feel that you are a very creative person. You are going to become a pioneer, and others will see how you transform into a 100% successful person. Now, the Moon card can also signify that you are currently in the middle of a process and experiencing some ups and downs. Perhaps you stumbled, and you are facing some kind of challenge. This card invites you to become an even braver person, because the moon always represents this twilight energy, and twilight is not permanent. It is temporary, just like every night. So, this card is telling you that the night will come to an end. You simply need to be very brave while you are still searching for answers, and eventually, you will find them. You have the King of Cups card. The King of Cups can mean several things. I sense an energy of independence from you, as if, right now, you are either protecting yourself from people who have hurt you or rejecting certain individuals. Actually, it's not so much about quantity but about quality. I feel that your filter is very strong at the moment, and suddenly, when someone comes into your life and you sense a red flag, you immediately recognize it. The King of Cups is someone who has already gone through many experiences and does not allow new people to come in and break their heart. In that sense, I feel that you are almost unreachable, and I mean that in the best possible way. There are people who simply won't be able to reach you. I especially feel that a negative card could come out saying, this person wants to go out with you, but you are no longer emotionally available for them. In another context, the King of Cups can also signify a great deal of creativity. Maybe you are someone who is more socially oriented, especially from a professional perspective. You will be interacting with other people, helping them, because the King of Cups can be the perfect person to hold a position like Human Resources Manager. A Human Resources Manager must have strong empathy, not only to understand the professional needs of others, but also their emotional needs. So, I feel it may be very important that you not only possess so-called hard skills, such as intelligence and mathematical abilities, but that you also focus on developing your soft skills. If you're not familiar with these concepts, I suggest you look into them. Your soft skills will be very, very important for your professional success. Let's continue clarifying your reading. Here you also have the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, I was just telling you, I feel that changes are coming from a work-related point of view. This card is generally very positive in the sense that you will be focused, working hard, fighting for what is yours. This card also speaks of great humility and modesty. You do not have to prove anything to anyone. There are people who may criticize you, perhaps because you are the kind of person who goes to work and does not interact much with others. Maybe some people say things like, you are too antisocial, or something along those lines. I don't know, maybe you are like that, or maybe you used to be. Either way, this card represents someone who has no time to waste, someone who is fully focused on their destiny and is working hard to achieve it. So, I feel that work is coming your way. This is positive, if that is what you want. If you like to work, there is work coming, maybe even several job offers. But the Eight of Pentacles can also mean that your current job is starting to bore you, that it has become very mechanical, the same thing every day. Because of that, I feel you might consider making some changes in your office or at your workplace, to make your job more enjoyable. Or maybe a bigger change is coming, where you will go looking for something you enjoy more, something more aligned with your creative side. I feel that this reading is putting a strong emphasis on the importance of following your creativity and also listening to what your heart tells you. We continue with your energy. You also have the Knight of Swords card. The Knight of Swords represents someone, or something, or even a company, that wants to fight for you, because you are an energy that shines. You are a very intelligent person, someone who makes an impression wherever you go. So look, the Knight of Swords could mean that you go to a job interview, and somehow, you surprise the interviewer so much that the selection process ends right there, and they choose you. Very well, then. I feel you are going to make an excellent impression. You will project great confidence, great intelligence, and from a work perspective, multiple people might be looking for you to offer you job opportunities. But from a romantic perspective, it's the same, exactly the same. Multiple people might also be interested in you romantically. Very well, let's clarify this further, because I feel I am being told to tell you that Capricorn is intuitively interested in you. But since we're talking about multiple signs, I'm also being told to mention 3 more, Scorpio, Pisces, and also someone from Aries. We continue with your reading. You have the Four of Pentacles card. The Four of Pentacles, once again, represents an energy of protection, but also of investment. In fact, this card is quite interesting because the tarot, especially this Rider-Waite version, is a very old deck. And this is the only card in the entire tarot where, in the background, you can see a society, a structured, advanced civilization. Buildings appear in the background. It is the only card that feels relatively modern in that sense. I can sense that you might be planning an investment, or perhaps a move to another country or city. You seem very interested in real estate. It's as if you are building a great fortune, saving a significant amount of money, and finally, without even looking for it, someone makes you a proposal. Someone, maybe a friend, says, "Hey, I'm selling my house," or "I'm selling my car," and you respond, "Well, I'm interested." And the deal happens quickly, because someone is looking to sell and you are looking to buy, and you have the money available. So fasten your seatbelt, because I also feel that a trip is coming. The city shown in the background of this card makes me think of New York. It also makes me think of London. For some reason, it reminds me of a city with tall buildings. I'm not mentioning many European cities because Europe generally has low buildings, so in Europe, it could be London. I'm also being told to mention Ireland. But most of all, they're telling me to tell you the United States, and without a doubt, Hong Kong, or perhaps Seoul, in South Korea. Let's continue with your reading. You have the Four of Swords card. The Four of Swords is an interesting card, it does not represent action. In fact, it is quite the opposite. It is telling you that your power can be regained by taking a pause and connecting with your inner self. If necessary, you need to meditate. If necessary, you can write, or you can read. What's most important here is that you ask yourself what you need to do to regain your center. Because whenever this card appears, it means you've been letting yourself be guided too much by the demands of others, or constantly responding to others' requests. I don't know if you work in a job, for example, in customer service, or if you have a boss who has really pushed you to your limits. The Four of Swords can always represent something like a few more hours of sleep, a few days of vacation, or even, and I feel this strongly, for the more fortunate ones, it could finally mean retirement. Or maybe you'll be lucky enough to take a sabbatical year. I don't know how much time you really need, maybe you just need a few minutes, a few seconds while working. But there are people who have been working for many years, for decades even, and this card announces a retreat, a pause, under very favorable conditions for you. We continue with your reading. You have the Nine of Swords card. This card always implies a sense of worry. It means that, at this moment, you may be feeling a bit distressed or are regretting something that happened in your past. But at the same time, this card is interesting because it represents divine protection. In fact, if you look closely at the blanket on the bed of the person depicted in the card, you'll see that it features each of the signs of the zodiac. It's hard to see, but they are all there, from Aries to Pisces, forming a complete circle. What this means is that it is very important to learn from every person, to learn from every sign, and please, do not underestimate the help that other people can offer you. So maybe right now you have some sort of prejudice. Perhaps you are judging a particular sign. You might say, I don't like Pisces, or I don't like Gemini, or I don't like Aries. Or maybe you think Aries is too impulsive, Gemini is too talkative, or Capricorn is too closed off. This card is telling you to let go of those judgments, to open yourself up to the experiences of others, and allow other people to help you. Because I truly sense that, at this moment, you are a bit closed off, or even somewhat isolated, and this may be causing you a great deal of stress. In some cases, you might feel alone, abandoned, or that everyone is against you. We continue with your reading. You also have the Magician card. The Magician is always an excellent card because it represents the first brushstroke you make in a work of art. So right now, imagine a blank canvas, a completely white canvas, as if you were a painter, and you're just about to start creating your masterpiece. Very well. So, imagine for a moment, what color would that first brushstroke be? What color would your work of art have? What shape would it take? Because I feel that even if this first brushstroke is imperfect, it can be the beginning of a perfect masterpiece. The Magician always speaks of the need to initiate when you truly want to manifest something in your life. It's not enough to have purpose or plans, what matters is to begin creating, even if the first step is a wrong one. Very well. In that sense, I feel that you are going to create a masterpiece, and that depends on what masterpiece means to you. Maybe you're someone very focused on your work, and you want to manifest your dream job. But the first thing you need to do right now is to manifest it through action. That obviously includes educating yourself, learning new things, but it also means applying to thousands of job interviews. Very well. Maybe you are someone more focused on family, and you want to manifest a special person, your twin flame, and that's also very important to you. Maybe you want to have children, perhaps many children. I feel that there may be people around you, or perhaps you yourself want to have a large family. In that case, you need to prepare yourself to begin or to welcome this great family into your life. And according to the Magician, the number one major arcana, the way to prepare is by closing cycles from your past. Very well. So I don't know what your first brushstroke will be in this great masterpiece of yours, but please, make it today without any delay. Alright, we continue with your reading. You now have the Page of Cups card. The Page of Cups makes me feel that someone wants to make you feel something, yes, in that sense, someone wants to come closer into your life. Someone is very interested in you, and they may want to offer you a gift. Notice that in the Page of Cups card, the cup that the person is holding has a fish inside it. This symbolizes that the possibilities are 100% limitless. It's like you're just starting a relationship, and this person is already very attached to you. I definitely feel that you may have a secret admirer, someone who is trying to connect with you through social media, or possibly through a dating platform. I don't know if recently you've connected with someone, but I'm being told that this person might be your twin flame. If so, they may have black or brown hair. This person could also be fairly slim, or they might really like the color red. I'm also being told to mention the letter J or the letter G, as these letters may be significant in identifying this person. We continue with your reading. You have the Star card. The star represents what destiny means to you, in your own words. Very well. If your destiny is to be an abundant person, then that is exactly where you're headed. You are currently moving closer and closer to it each day. Maybe your destiny right now is to leave the country. I feel that you are getting closer to that destiny as well. Let's clarify the Star card, because initially, what I feel most strongly is that a piece of positive news is coming into your life, and it brings you joy because it connects you to your destiny. But let's clarify a bit more, because I also feel that a secret may be revealed or may manifest at this very moment, now that you're seeing this reading. You have the Seven of Wands card. The Seven of Wands represents struggle, conflict. It means that this is the moment to give absolutely everything you've got. Look, these two cards combined, with the star, can mean that someone is opposing your dreams, or someone is trying to dim your light. In that sense, I feel your reading is telling you, please do not allow people who are not part of your destiny to interfere with your happiness. I feel that perhaps a breaking point is coming, a separation from this type of person, like you simply can't take it anymore. Someone who is constantly complaining, who always has a toxic or confrontational attitude, and you've already had enough. It's as if you've tolerated a situation for a long time, and now, you're done. And since the star is associated with Aquarius, Aquarius can represent rebellion, it can represent that moment when you finally decide to free yourself from someone, after having spent a long time with that person. Let's continue with your reading. You have the Major Arcana card number 15. I definitely feel you freeing yourself from chains. I sense that you spent a long time with someone who was not right for you, or maybe you endured someone for a long time who kept saying they would change, but over time you realized that the situation was not going to be fixable. I feel that someone allowed a third person to enter the relationship you were in, and that ruined everything. I sense that ever since a toxic event happened, possibly involving temptation, things have not been the same for you. Now, this may be a very specific message, but I feel that you are going to walk away from a situation you no longer like, in order to reclaim your happiness and to be truly happy, whether you are alone or with someone. What matters right now is that your heart shines, your mind shines, and that you are aligned with a path full of abundance, without any kind of restrictions. Well, that is your tarot reading for today. Thank you so much for being here with me, uncovering all these secrets of the tarot. For today, we are closing your reading. As always, I invite you, if you enjoy these readings, to click the like button, and you can also subscribe to this channel. We are now closing your video. I hope you have an excellent day, full of success, full of blessings, and surely, we will see each other in your next reading.